bitch.
I think we got that live. That's hilarious.
Oh, we got.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we got that. Right
It's
on.
kind of funny though when you play a boss and you fight the same boss like 20 times.
Oh yeah.
And then you finally beat him, and you're like, yeah, I showed him. And it's like, yeah. Meanwhile, he just kicked my ass.
Yeah,
A couple
100 times.
But we're gonna forget all that.
Yeah, this is like, it's totally fine. I'm right there with you. So sorry to everyone here, to the audience. We never get started on time. We wanted a 7 o'clock start time. I woke up at 7 and I was like, yeah, I don't have anything done. So,
Oh wait, so the 7 o'clock start time was for when you woke up. Oh, I completely
right.
misinterpreted.
I was letting you guys
Got
know
him.
my.
Hey, makes
Got
sense.
him.
Okay.
That was a good shot.
It was solid. That was
It's
solid.
completely sincere. I don't know what you mean.
Right on. Sure. However, thank you guys for coming through. You guys are awesome. Dealing with my scatterbrainness and all that good stuff. Awesome. Just awesomes all around. Quick shout out to Gigi right now. She's going through it. Thoughts and prayers to anyone watching. I know Beerus for sure, he's probably on the inside. He knows, but for everyone else, we would appreciate, some good vibes thrown that way. She's going through it right now. Yep. Other than that, how's everybody doing this morning? I know like at least 3 of us are tired, or 2 of us are tired. It's like, but
I'm not.
are you, Scotty?
Well, maybe by the time it's 3 in the afternoon here, I'll
oh
be
yeah,
sure,
that's
but-
right.
Yeah, that's true. Had about a couple coffees.
I've already got through 1, and I was very tempted to get a second one before the stream began.
so
but
bad.
I'm not a caffeine person. I can't do it. I get like anxious. Like I get like stressed out. So
Right
I
on.
just wake up this vivacious every morning. It's just, this is all natural.
Oh,
Natural.
do you get coffee shakes, Kenshin?
Nah, I drink tea,
Oh.
but not for like the
Right on.
buzz, just because I think it's pleasant.
Right on.
So-
Oh yeah,
Good
coffee
stuff.
shakes are the worst, man.
oh, coffee. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's that point where you're drinking just so much coffee that it doesn't do anything more for you to keep you awake. It just causes you to you're basically just constantly vibrating, and you feel like crap, and you got.
Feels like the
gut rot,
end.
and it's just- oh,
Yeah, I cannot subscribe to that. That is too much.
no,
Right on.
no.
That's great. Okay. Well, so you got the itinerary for today? Freaking, we're talking about Xbox a little bit. We've got Capcom, which is some really interesting stuff. And then Nintendo strategy to combat scalpers for the Switch 2, which is super simple, but I think it's going to be really effective. I want to start out with a couple of videos, some new games trailers that are coming out.
Cool, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate that enthusiasm. Right on. So I'm gonna put those on. Tell me if you like it. And then we'll talk after. Right?
Cool.
Right on.
Sir.
Yeah.
If I have the right one. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it.
All right.
I'm just silly. Oof. Gosh. Let's see if we can do this. We got it. Okay. All right.
Huh.
What do we think about that?
I think the idea of having a newborn baby in the quiet place world would probably be a freaking nightmare.
Legit. That's legitimately that would be why would you? I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, these
We
things
keep
happen.
civilization alive. Just bare minimum that.
A lot has changed.
Bare minimum, but it is so deadly. I wonder, that is a good question. Like, what is the survivability of that if you have a kid, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
Well, Walking Dead will tell you.
Is-
You
That's
should
true.
watch that.
Well, I mean, dude, like, I think it's even more deadly than The Walking Dead just because they're a lot faster and they can hear a lot better. With The Walking Dead, you could, you know, build a treehouse and you're good. With these things, no.
Have you seen the latest seasons?
Oh, they're learning now. I think I cut it at season 7, I want to say. Like,
Do they actually have the zombies like evolving in that show?
yes, now they do, yeah. They can open doors. and
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
they're getting a little bit smarter.
stuff. It's a little
Yeah.
late in the game for that kind of thing, you know? It's like, holy crap. It's like, that should have been
This is-
season 4 or something like that. They just really, my gosh,
Okay,
could have been
quick
really
question for you.
good. Yes.
I was thinking about this just after the trailer began.
Mhm.
Out of the 4 of us, who do you think would be the first one dead in A Quiet Place world? No, put your hand down. No, I think it's a toss-up, honestly, between me and you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Fox has
Why?
got
Because
that.
we're both painstakingly loud.
Yes, I am constantly making sounds. Just
I will
in
say though, I'm
general.
pretty fast.
All right.
Oh, then I'm definitely dead. I'm super dead.
Yeah, I think Fox will be the last one. Fox was in the army, so he'll be all right.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
well, Marine Corps.
Advantage.
But you, yes.
And
yes.
Scotty, they have to swim to get to you.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
And they
that how
can't
that
swim.
works?
Yeah. Have you? So the game, it looks really freaking good. The mechanics,
Yeah.
the story looks like it's gonna be great. However, like, what do you guys like or dislike about the trailer? Do you plan on picking this up day one? How do we feel about this?
I'm interested.
Coming-
Graphics are good.
I'm curious about the gameplay and how they're going to actually make it so that you have to be quiet
Mhm.
when you're
Mhm.
picking things up or when you're moving around. Like, honestly, yeah, when you're moving around, don't hit any walls, don't hit anything unnecessary. But
Yeah.
you saw how they were very carefully in that one scene reaching for that pregnancy test. And I'm
Mhm.
wondering, is that something that you have to manually do?
Yeah.
Or is it just you press a button and you quietly pick something up?
Right on.
Because
Okay.
if there's a way for you as the player character to do things quickly and impulsively, or to choose to do things more quietly and carefully, I don't know. That's the thing I'm worried. I'm not worried, but I'm wondering about, especially with this sort of a premise. How are you going to execute it so that the gameplay works within the premise and makes sense?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right on. Okay.
I will say, and I don't think I'm surprised I'm even saying this. I think this would be a great opportunity for VR.
Right on.
Yes.
Yeah.
To move and have to be conscious of what's around you in your virtual space. I feel like this game Scotty said when we were watching it, is this Resident Evil? The gameplay style has been done before, I guess. In this way, it would be just be quiet.
Yeah.
But in VR, I think that would be totally immersive. Like, you
Mhm.
could hear every little crack. You could actually move to grab stuff. I'm not a VR player, but currently it seems kind of like, okay, it's like a Resident Evil or one of those sneaky games where you
Mhm.
have to be quiet, but it has room to grow.
Yeah. Right on. No, that's an angle I didn't even consider right there. Right on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Scotty.
The graphics are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the graphics
Yeah.
look very good.
Mhm.
It reminds me of a game called Evil from Within.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
get that type of vibe. I'm not too sure I'd get it day one,
Mm.
purely because I'm zombied out with these games. If I'm honest, there's so many, but I can understand the lore because you've got a fan base who like zombie games. I can understand it.
Yeah.
I think Ken's point's a good one. VR. Can you imagine doing that in VR and just like being frightened, scared as hell? Like that would be crazy. Yeah. What about you, Fox? Would you get this? What do you reckon?
I totally would. I think they would benefit from like a DualSense type, like integrate DualSense into it. Like definitely have the triggers like, you know, pull back a little bit, and if you press it too hard, you make noise or something like that. You know, I think it could benefit from something like. But it's a really good looking game. This is one that I'm probably gonna backseat. This is one I wouldn't buy necessarily, but I would totally freaking watch someone play this.
Let Gigi play it. I think she's the resident.
She's the resident
fan, right?
Resident Evil.
I don't do scary.
Oh God,
So, like,
no!
That's this game's a never buy for me, but it does look good, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't do horror very well either.
Right on.
I just get
That is
too invested.
That's so totally fair.
Has this got a story? This game, like, is it part of a
Probably.
story or?
Well, there's the movie franchise, right? There's been a few movies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're
There's two
super
in the
good.
prequels
Okay.
coming out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looks so
Oh.
good. It looks
so
so good.
people will be invested in this then.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
They've seen the movie.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Right,
fan base for
That
it.
makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Right on.
Wow, did not know that.
I don't-
Have you seen the movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like horror, and I've seen the first one of these. It's really good. It's very well done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Right on.
add it to the list.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Freaking. Probably you can really start with the newest movie coming out day one, and then kind of, and then
It is
do
a
the first one
prequel.
and the second one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. When's that come out anyway?
I have
We
no
know?
idea. That's a good.
No, I'm just looking it up right now.
Oh, and Scotty, in case you didn't see it, I changed your name already. Boom. Studio
You
mode.
did,
sucker.
wow, did it just like that.
A little less boozy now.
You the man, Fox.
Ooh.
Yeah, less boozy, less
For,
boozy.
for Halloween, you should be boozy and then just be regular. Like in
So
October,
awesome.
just add one more to your name.
Ken's on form.
Very
today.
subtle. I
Yeah,
love it.
what are you drinking on, Ken? What you got over there?
That's
I
awesome.
took my break and now I'm back.
That's so good. Okay, so this next trailer, I don't know if you guys have seen this. This one looks really, really good. I'm not.
Wait, hang on. Sorry. One
Yes.
second. The Quiet Place Day 1 is already out?
I want to say yes, maybe.
June
Very
27th was
recent,
the release
though.
date.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So a
Okay.
couple weeks ago.
Oh shoot. Okay, so we missed it. But I don't usually go to the cinema anyway because I have 4 kids, so it's like either pay,
$500.
exactly, and then our son is like 1, so it's like he's screaming, he doesn't want to be there, and my 2 girls are like, my son, he's 11, so he's the only one that's like he can sit and watch a movie. Everyone
Yeah.
else is like just chaos. If you ever seen the Bluey episode, I don't know why you guys would watch it, but if you do ever see a Bluey episode when they go to the movies, that's what that would be like for me. So I'm gonna wait till streams and then we'll watch it.
Fair.
But this next trailer, it's I'm not a huge fan of Skyrim. I've never played a single minute of it, but this thing, I would totally play this. Tell me what you think about this one. If we got it.
Oh, cool. You can shape your own sword.
Now I haven't played a Skyrim game, but I've seen it. I don't think it was anything like this. So this is a massive upgrade.
This is. I mean, there are people that do a lot of work with Skyrim as far as mods go, and the mods do a lot of heavy lifting as far as like graphical and quality of life changes and things like that. But nothing like this.
You can interact. Yeah, you can interact with all the environments as well. That's great. Wow.
Right on.
I'm actually interested in this. This looks next gen to me.
Oh yeah. Yes. It looks really freaking good.
So we need more of it.
Right. Yes. So this is another one I probably won't get, but I could see myself backseat gaming. Skyrim is just so expansive. It's so big, you know, in so many stories. A buddy of mine, he plays, and it's a full-on affair, dude. It's so crazy.
So is this a Skyrim? Is this a Skyrim game?
No.
It's called
Alkist.
Alkist or something like that.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, so it's a completely new IP, is it?
Yes, I want to say yes.
Sounds like it.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to get an Elder Scrolls game for at least.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
The slow reveal. Alkahest.
That looks wild. That looks wild.
And I want to say, right, would this be considered a an indie, right? Because hold on, wait. As a matter of fact, let me Google.
A nice looking indie.
I know.
Developed by Push On. Well, we watched another one last week that looked really good. What was that one? Fox. Actually, you know what? I wishlisted it. I'll have a look.
I was gonna say I love the term wish list now. It's like so strange.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like oh my gosh, I don't even know where we are in the game industry right now, you know. There's so much you could do. It's like Steam, you got Game Pass, you get PlayStation,
manifested into reality.
Yeah.
Like just under the game title. It's
wish list. Yes, right on. Oh my gosh.
So
but how are we feeling about this?
Listed. Good.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Already wishlisted it.
Right on.
hey.
There you go.
It costs you nothing to wish list, and if there's anything that's going on, if there's a sale, you get notified. So it's great.
Yeah.
It's great for these summer sales and stuff like that.
Ooh.
But yeah, the developer is Push On, and they don't have anything else listed on Steam. And there's no publisher listed. It's listed as TBA, so I'm wondering if they're looking for one. But I really don't know anything about this. I'm going to do some more research on this on my own time because I want to know more about this. It looks good.
Alkahest in Renaissance alchemy. Alkahest was the theorized universal solvent. It was supposed to be capable of dissolving any composite substance, including gold, without altering or destroying its fundamental components.
Right, and you actually see in the trailer there's a point where you throw something out a door and it dissolves part of it.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm all for alchemy. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. Yes. If you know, you know. I'm all for it. All for the
Brotherhood. That's the one.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
The visuals actually look quite nice too.
Like, oh heck yeah. Oh my gosh, give me
one.
Is
on Steam, is it?
You guys keep going.
It was very fast paced. Like you were constantly doing everything in the trailer. Get your arrow, set it on fire, go. Enchant your sword, go. It seems like high pace, bam, 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 which people love. You know, you're constantly on the move.
Yeah.
How do you spell that game? Sorry, what was it?
Alkahest.
Thank you, sir.
That sounded like it was brutal.
Oh, what? It's only on Steam.
Yeah. Wish list now.
Wishlist now.
Where's the console love, man? Like,
oh yeah,
dude, don't get me started. That's a different episode.
Fox, note it down. Nas, keep us posted.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
There's a thread on the discussion groups for this on Steam. People are asking for a demo, and I'm like, yeah, I want a demo too, man.
Oh,
This
that
looks like
graphics
looks like a lot of fun.
clean. Oh my god.
Yeah. No release date though. Obviously, if there's not even a producer for it or whatever we said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no publisher listed, and
Goodness.
well, a lot of games don't have release dates listed. So, but I mean, I think that all comes down to the individual developer. Like, some will put a release date of like a certain quarter of a year. Some will just have the year listed, and some will be like, okay, we're releasing in 2 weeks. You know, so it varies.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any hard and fast rules about that. So.
I'm going to ask a silly question, and you guys can clip it if you want, if you think it's funny. With Steam games, do you use the keyboard and mouse to play the game, or do you have a control pad?
I think you can do both.
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
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 There's a pad for it. What pad do you use? I actually don't know. I'm actually curious.
Oh.
And you can use Steam Deck too.
I plug in my PS4 controller.
Right on.
I use whatever works. I have no, I'm not kidding. I have an old ass Logitech Rumble Pad 2 that I've had since I think before I got married. This thing is old as hell, and it is built like a brick shithouse. Sorry, pardon my language, but I love this controller so much. I've talked about like just taking it, putting it in a glass case, and just saying, in case of emergency, use this, because I've gone through so many controllers that have just broken.
That's hilarious.
Short order, and I always go back to this thing. It's my old faithful. But also, I mean, if you have a control pad that doesn't quite work, you can use Steam input to map it to your controller, which is great, because there are not a lot of drivers for this for current games. This Rumble Pad 2 just doesn't work for them. So using Steam input, I'm able to map it to this controller so I can use it. I love it. It's great.
Okay.
But Xbox controllers as well, I think a lot of people use for Steam.
Oh yeah. I want to say an article came out that majority of people, like 59% of, 59% use Xbox controllers, and like 26% use PlayStation, and 10% use Steam Decks.
Okay, I'll use my Xbox pad then. Okay,
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure because I used to play. Sorry, Ken. Go on.
No, the PS4 controller is my favorite because I have small hands, and even the PS5 controller, which is a supercomputer and is an awesome controller.
Oh yeah.
It's like so wide, and I'm like, PS4 controller is like perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect for me.
I can't stand the PS5 pads. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh my god.
It's so wide.
That's
I've got like
huge
moose
episode,
mitts over here though,
Yeah,
So
I have large hands too. I remember I got a chance to play briefly with a Dreamcast controller, and that thing was, holy crap, big honking thing.
Yeah.
But it felt so good in my hands. It felt so good in the hands. Man.
Imagine the first Xbox pad. That was huge.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, kid?
Because you looked at the first Xbox pad, and then the first Sony controller was so skinny and thin by comparison.
Yeah, it was dinky.
Always after my heart. We should do a controller like tournament bracket and put a bracket of all the controllers and like vote to see like what the top controller is. Write that one down.
Right on.
That would be
We're gonna
awesome.
get so much hate for that, no matter what way we go.
Perfect.
Bring it on. Yeah,
We're
bring it
like,
on.
no, it's the Nintendo
We want all
rectangular
the
sharp
smoke.
edge controller.
Yeah. These 2-inch Joy-Cons throw like.
Well,
Right
you can
on.
always go with like your personal favorites, and we can just talk about that.
Yeah.
I really like the 5, the DualSense, or the PlayStation 5 controller.
You like it?
I love
Yeah.
it, dude. I love it so much.
Oh,
It's crazy.
What it can do is
Nah.
great.
Yeah.
I'm just very small,
Yeah.
but it's a great controller.
It's, I don't like the
SNES
triggers.
Oh, I love
Go
everything
off,
about it.
Scotty.
Yeah.
You don't like that's so cool. The like
No,
weighted
you know
R2.
No, it flexes back too much. You know what?
Mm. Gotcha,
Bullet bias.
Fair.
I think Xbox have the best pad.
Mm.
Like, well, you know what? No, I take that back. I'm quite meticulous. Shooting games, Xbox works for me. Fighting games, PlayStation pad works for me.
Yeah.
Mario Kart will always be Nintendo, obviously.
Yeah.
So it depends on the game.
Connoisseur over here. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the game.
It's hard to pick though. You're absolutely right. You kind of touched on that. It's not always as easy as well, this one is my favorite for everything. No, you just have different tools in your toolkit.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm playing an SNES game, I want my SNES controller because that is probably my favorite.
All I can picture is a tool belt with the different controllers on it. It's like,
yeah. Remember fighting games where it's like literally you just press 2 buttons to fight, and now it's like you got all these buttons you gotta press. Oh bloody hell.
Yeah. Right on. So should we get into our Xbox story, the first story?
Sure.
Yeah.
And just to kind of, preface this. So the comment that we got on I want to say it was our last video. It was in reference to, I guess I made a comment or something where I didn't think that the consoles were going to be here forever. I thought that Xbox and PlayStation, I believe they're all going to roll back on their production of consoles and maybe even just go to handhelds. Less money to put into it, all that good stuff. But we have an article here that says Xbox ports no longer worth it without Game Pass deal, says devs, which kind of supports the idea that Game Pass is cannibalizing physical sales for Xbox. So let's get into that really quick, and then we'll discuss. Oh, whoopsies. Here we go. Now we're good. All right. And this is by Tech4 Gamers. This is pinned by Avinash Jaisrani. If I butchered that, I do apologize. Seemed like a good guy. It's a really good article. Xbox has been fighting an uphill battle for over 10 years, with PlayStation's lead growing bigger with each passing year. The platform is still doing well in terms of revenue, but hardware and install base growth is limited when considering consoles alone. This has also made Xbox less priority for many developers, particularly when it comes to teams with fewer resources. According to a report, many developers believe the platform is not worth an investment without a Game Pass deal. So that's red blaring line or flashing signs that console isn't as big as Game Pass, right? Or am I just misreading that totally? What do you guys think about that?
Just having a read.
Well, I don't know if it's in that article, but I read something related to this, and part of the difficulty with this is that you're not just developing for one Xbox platform.
That too, yeah.
You're developing for Xbox X, Series S, Windows as well. Anything that you can use a Game Pass, that you use Game Pass on.
Yeah.
So, and people aren't actually buying the product. From what I understand, I don't know if it's like a Dragon's Den kind of deal, where a developer will approach Microsoft as a publisher, and Microsoft will say, okay, well, we think your game we're going to give you this much money to offset the physical sales or the actual like sales of your game, so we can have it on Game Pass, because it's all behind closed doors. We don't see it, right? I think there was some information leaked a while ago that says it's either percentage based or it's like a lump sum.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, and I don't know how the negotiation behind closed doors works, but it's probably I would imagine it goes something like Microsoft says, well, okay, we think that your game would sell this much if you were not on Game Pass, so we'll give you this much to host it on Game Pass. But then there's also the added difficulty for indies as well, especially because, again, you're developing for Series S, Series X, Windows, so on and so forth.
Yeah. So
I could see why it wouldn't necessarily be that much of a priority, where you can go to just develop for PlayStation and it's just PlayStation 5.
Right.
Well, unless you're developing for PlayStation 4 as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot simpler to go that route. There's less work. You have if you have limited amount of resources, it just makes sense.
Yeah. And then, I mean, not to mention, like, if a game is like, let's say they put out a game that's on physical, as soon as it goes to Game Pass, the sales drop for the physical. That's 100% true. We know that. So I guess my question would be, with Game Pass around, with them continuing to lower the bar for entry for gamers, like the deal that they just had done with Amazon for the Fire Stick, I think is totally awesome. It's like the barrier to entry is like $60-$70, which is nuts. you know, so my opinion is I think we'll see consoles kind of slowly disappear and maybe be replaced with handhelds, maybe. But what do you guys think about that?
It's a tough one. I certainly see your point though. Physical copies are starting to die out slowly because obviously you can buy games in stores. You got keys you can purchase online now as well.
Yeah.
But I can understand the argument. Shout out to Gigi.
Yes.
She likes physical copies.
Yes.
And I concur with that because it's a physical copy. It's yours. Or is it? Shout out to Nas. Is it yours? The release on it.
True.
But I can see your point, Fox. I'm trying to picture playing a game without a console. What would I play it on? Just on the TV and the pad? Is that how it works? Because then you need to stream it because then... I'm trying to think how it works. So I'm just trying to picture it. So let's say like Amazon and Xbox have done a deal. To play a game, I need to log on through my TV to Amazon, select the game I want, and then play the game. Is that... So that means it's not being run off the console. It's streamed, isn't it?
Right.
Yep.
And I've been using Xbox's stream beta recently, and it's not up to standard yet. It's still called a beta.
Yeah.
So it's not quite there. So I think they need to perfect that first before they start. Well, if they do get rid of consoles, and they start doing that.
Right. 100%. Yeah.
I definitely see your argument though. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
All of the graphical rendering and processing would have to be done on Microsoft's end because the Fire Stick, I mean, I have one. They're not... the specs on them have got to be extremely limited, especially for being $60 or so. You're not going to be able to run anything off of that, right? Maybe some very limited, very, very limited games. But we talked about this last week. The amount of bandwidth that's used, who knows? Yeah. Especially if you're in an area where you don't have a good internet connection.
Yeah.
How well are you going to be able to use it?
Very true. Can you wire the stick or your TV into your router? Not really. Are there TVs that you can directly, so it would be off Wi-Fi, which is iffy. I'm thinking back to when they released Kingdom Hearts, the whole series for like the Switch on the cloud play.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, it's impossible to play.
Right.
And that's a game from 2002.
Yeah.
So.
Not a lot of working parts for those back in the day.
I wouldn't be surprised if TVs have an Ethernet connection. You know what? I'm going to go have a look. Be right back.
My TV is 14 years old, so mine doesn't.
Right on.
My TV's on Wi-Fi. I never thought about putting an Ethernet cable in.
I know, right?
Did you directly connect your... Oh, yeah, I guess to it. Smart. I don't have a smart TV. I guess smart TVs, you have to be able to use... Maybe they do have a plug-in.
Maybe.
Because then that would make it a little better. Yeah. If you could plug in your new system, which is your television. Your television is the system now.
I'm going to check.
Everyone go check. Audience, go over, check your TVs. We're giving you 45 seconds.
It does.
Oh, nice. What?
Yeah,
I just checked mine.
It does.
I've never used it.
That's dope. Right on.
I just checked mine, and mine has a LAN connection as well.
Yeah, LAN. Yeah. But I never use it.
Yeah,
it's always wireless.
So you could hardwire your TV a little better, officially a little better.
Yeah.
Still not loving it. But...
Yeah. I mean, that's the connection between your TV and your router, but between like the type of internet connection you have and how many megabits per second your upload and download is, that's really where your limit's going to be.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think you guys mentioned very much.
That is a good point. I mean, especially with this, there's more troubleshooting steps involved when you add more hops, right? There's the between your own device that you're playing off of and the connection to that router, and then between your router and your ISP, and it's if you have a crap internet connection, I can't really see this working for you that well.
Right on. So the consoles will stick around for that.
But I don't know. You just never know, right?
Yes.
Like Azure and AWS have to get to work basically because it's all going to be on their servers, isn't it? So
right on.
Start laying fiber everywhere.
Yeah. Right on. So I mean, I don't know. I think we'll see it before I freaking drop dead. that's in the next like 30-40 years. So they got a while to work on it. But
Bloody hell, Fox.
yeah, no. Sorry. It's all right, nobody makes it out alive. Time stands undefeated in that
Time
sense.
is undefeated. Yep.
Yeah, but I think we will see the slow pullback of consoles in favor of a subscription service based deal, and I think Xbox set themselves up to be the number one subscription service whenever it goes that way. Because I mean, if we look at Blockbuster or something like that, the reason why they failed so spectacularly is because they failed to adapt to a Netflix type model.
Yep.
Well, they didn't buy Netflix when they could. That's why they failed.
I mean,
I heard
too.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's factual.
Yeah.
As far as I know, yes.
Wow.
They didn't see
yeah,
they didn't
I
see
heard a lot about
any
that.
profit in it, or they didn't see it as a good idea.
They
so
didn't believe.
they
They didn't
passed on
believe
it.
in the process. Did
No,
they? Wow.
and it bit them in the back.
It's so funny.
Bit.
They didn't
What?
see the profit, but they also didn't see the existential threat that Netflix posed to them.
Right.
Ugh.
They're the top streaming service in the world. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And now, and with how that's working out, like the Hulus, the Disney Pluses, the Paramount Pluses, like as far as I know, they're either stagnant or losing subscribers. Netflix is the only one that's at a place where if you're like, yeah, I'm tired of Netflix, unsubscribe, they're like, go, man, we've got like 10 more to take your place. You know what I mean?
True.
It's like, we can put whatever we want on here, you'll be back.
We don't need y'all.
Yeah. So Netflix, and I think that the gaming industry is going to follow suit with that. And I could be wrong. Could be 100% wrong. Consoles could stick, because I want to say like console sales are down across the industry. PlayStation's down, Xbox is down. Nintendo Switch is such an outlier. I think they have like 140 million Switches out there. It's freaking nuts. But it's also handheld. It's portable.
Mhm.
You could take it with you everywhere or play it at home. I don't know if we even should include Nintendo in that, because they got their own thing going on. They're just sitting in the pocket, like twiddling their thumbs and just making money. It's
Yeah,
just great.
yeah.
And freaking bomb
And they've been doing
games
it for
too.
years, decades.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
The
funny-
price points for those consoles are different as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had to save
That's
2
true.
years to buy a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
Yeah,
brutal.
yeah.
and I think the Switch, especially the Switch 2, I think is going to be more around where the other consoles are.
Mhm.
But at least upon release, the first Switch, it was just like buying pancakes. Like
Yeah.
everyone was just grabbing them, because it was like a normal price point.
Yeah, right. What we're
Yeah.
used to seeing instead of, I mean, the PlayStation 3 was like $600 though.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, it
you
was
remember
ridiculous.
that?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
back when
Oh my
they were
gosh.
really smelling
Oh.
themselves. They were like,
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, 150 million units sold, whatever. Put it $600, whatever. The plebs will buy it. And we were like,
Well, yeah.
F you, Sony?
No.
You got to test the market, but you never know. People might buy it.
That's true.
You never know.
They found out the hard way.
Yeah.
That was I think that's the only generation where they almost got beat by Xbox. I want to say Sony sold 84 and Xbox sold like 80 million or something like that.
mm.
But after that, PlayStation 4 sold like 117 million units. It's freaking stupid. Something that,
Good
PlayStation
box.
4 was
yeah,
such a great
Yeah,
system.
that was-
it is. It's
yeah,
fantastic.
it was
Mhm.
great games as well.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
many great games. So
Mhm.
many.
That's what PlayStation 5 is
mm.
missing, I think. But go ahead. Sorry, Scott.
No, I was gonna say, because games like Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us,
hmm
though it seems like they've been remastered or upscaled graphically for PS5,
hmm
let's not confuse things. They are PS4
The-
classics.
Exactly. Yes.
It's
Oh,
not PS5, it's PS4.
Yeah.
Right on.
So, Sony, we need some new exclusives. Just
Good Sony
new God of War.
exclusives.
Yeah, we need another God of War and another Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima 2. Where is it? Where is it?
No kidding.
Sorry.
They remastered Last of Us like 3 times already. Oh man, that burns me up, because it's like you have Jack and Daxter in the tank that I've been
I
looking forward to them
know.
for a long time. They refuse. They're like, no, Last of Us, Naughty Dog. It's like, what are you doing?
I won't lie.
Sly Cooper too. There was a rumor, and it turned out to not be, real. But yeah, freaking Sly Cooper.
Last of Us 2, I think one of the best games I've played though. I'm not gonna front. Yeah, I think it's close top 5, man. It's
Okay.
It's just everything, like graphics, story. I know I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but the start of the game, people were shitting on it because. But I was like, I wasn't. You know what I mean? I was a bit pissed, but how the story develops, Hollywood stuff, man.
Yeah,
like
it was so good.
Everything.
That's why the series does so well. Brilliant. It translates so well. You know.
Yeah. And I hope they do another one. Like it just needs closure.
Yeah,
it just needs closure.
I want it to wrap up pretty. I wanted to wrap up pretty good because the ending of the second one, it was. I'm sorry, but dude, I loved it. People were like, "Oh, why didn't she kill her?" And I was like, "Dude, don't put that on Ellie. Come on, she's been tearing everyone to shreds up until this point. Can we keep some residuals of how she used to be? Can we keep some of that?"
I'm just thinking of that. I'm not gonna say it, but that twist when you find out about the doctor, that was wild. If you know, you know. No, I won't say it because I don't think you played it. But
I don't care.
Yeah, like you don't care? You sure?
No. Yeah, I'm sure.
Right. So basically, no, seriously, you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
So you know when you find out the doctor's Abby's dad is the doctor. That plot twist was wild.
Yeah, and that's why she's going after.
Yeah, exactly. Did not expect that.
That was it, and it's so good, And there's always a moment where it's like the movie's like, I'm gonna do this little thing, but the rest of it's gonna be awesome. So whenever Abby was trying to find them and she runs into him, like chance, like out of all the places in the world, you run into the guy you're looking for. It's like, but it was so good that I was like, you know what? I'll let you have that one game. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Because then, when you because you look at Abby and then you're a bit like, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. But then when you play as her throughout the game, you understand her story, and then you're like, wow, like I don't know what side I'm on now. This is just wild. No, I'm so sorry if you ever play this game, man. I feel filthy for just saying that and you haven't played it.
Oh hell, I really like. I can.
It's easy.
That's the thing.
I want to take a shower, man. That's how bad I feel.
No. I mean, if I do play it, because I actually have a copy of. I haven't played the first one. I have a copy of it. It's sealed. It's unopened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never. So I bought a copy of it for like $20, and I thought, well, maybe I'll play this. And then I'm looking at the cover and I'm thinking, oh, am I gonna feel bad playing this game? Because I'm just like, okay, this is this little girl, and an older grizzled man, and I'm like, I bet he dies. And this is before I knew anything about the second game. So when I see the trailer for the second game, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he lived. And then the internet happened, and then
you saw that? Oh, that's the bit I didn't say. Oh yeah. Wow.
Oh, the internet happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
But the thing is, if I don't care if it's spoiled for me or not.
Yeah.
I don't really have any feelings towards the game or even the TV show. This is just my approach to things. If I watch it, I'm gonna watch it and judge it based on its own merit, and whether or not there's logical consistency to the character behavior in the story. Whether it's spoiled for me or not. If I find that you've set this character up to be and act this way, or you've set the lore up to function in this manner, and then you abandon it just for like a cheap gotcha moment, because that happens, and not talking about Last of Us, but it happens in a lot of properties where it's like, okay, we're going to have this character abandon how they act in order to facilitate this plot element we need to happen. You lose me when that happens.
It does. It
takes me out of it.
Gonna happen. But
does it?
Yeah. Whenever Joel's like, oh yeah, you guys come back to my camp. It's like, you don't know these guys. As far as you know, they could, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't know anyone. You don't trust anyone, especially how Joel freaking handled the apocalypse or whatever. He didn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
No one.
That's true. That's true.
And that's how him and I can't remember the girl he was with for so long. That's how they handled it. They trust Tess. Yes, they trusted each other. That's it. No one else.
Yeah,
but
that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's true.
Was he drunk?
Drunk on love? I don't know.
Because I mean, that can explain things sometimes. You know.
No. He was sober as a nun, I guess.
I think it was a time skip though. So maybe something happened in the time skip.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh, and then the fact that
meditated a lot, maybe.
Yeah. He was born again.
And Ellie probably did that for him. You know, put him in a position. Dude, that was his daughter. That was his daughter after everything that happened. Yeah. But another thing that I had a problem with was how Ellie reacted to him saving her life. You know?
Yeah, that pissed me off.
I was dude, Joel, he saved you. He literally ran through like an army of people to save your life. It was like, dude, and she didn't even know that it was like she was gonna die from that operation. Yeah, I don't think she knew.
Yeah,
and
I think she did. But she accepted it.
Like Tess, remember when Tess told Joel, and he was that's what triggered everything. You know?
Yeah, Joe didn't want her to die.
Right.
Yeah, Joe definitely didn't want her to
die. So I'm not even sure if they. So okay, now press X for doubt. Now I don't remember that. But I'm pretty sure she didn't know, and I'm operating off of that assumption, right? And she's going to just dog Joel out because he saved her life. I thought that was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Now you got me thinking. Now I don't know.
I know. Look at
but
us.
in truth, I think the conclusion's the same though. We both agree that
you're right.
Joe wanted her to live.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that. Did Ellie know?
Yeah.
Not know.
Right on.
But overall, man, what a great game.
Great game.
Oh,
see, it's like even the little stuff. I'm like, I'll overlook all of that because you took me through something that was amazing.
It was a journey.
It was a journey.
Yeah,
it was great.
Man. Shout out to Joel, man.
Yeah. R.I.P.
I'm not gonna lie, that hit different, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that golf club, I would have said, "Get that guy!" I'm like, you killed Joe.
Yeah, Abby, and like so. Like once that happened, I was like, Abby's done. Yeah.
Was it her that swung it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that's
Abby's
even worse.
Yeah.
I thought it was her boyfriend that did it.
Nope. Abby did all of them. So
I'm stunned.
When Abby did that, I was like, I want Abby gone. She's done. She's done.
Yeah, she's gonna get.
However, whenever they did her side of the story, I was like, you guys, you can't do this. You can't make me feel anything for Abby. I want her
Naughty
gone.
Dog are good like that though. They're good like that. They're good like that.
But yeah. All right, we're geeked out.
I do think there's.
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
I do think it'd be kind of interesting if we all played the same game and then discussed it. I think there's room for those types of discussions. It'd be fun.
So I don't know because I just finished Tomb Raider, the first one, and it took me like 2-3 months. Because I just can't sit down and get to playing like I want to, you know? So that might be a long assignment, dude.
We pick a short one. 10-hour game.
Okay. Yeah. That's perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. Yeah.
This is like the brainstorm episode. We're just write that down. We've got so many.
Any suggestions? Write in the comments box below.
100%. As a matter of fact, thank you. Why not? All right. Shall we move on to the next one? To the next article?
Yeah.
I have it up here. Okay, just to preface. So Nintendo, the Switch is right on the edge of coming out. And people are super excited about it, me included in that. I think the Switch is revolutionary. I think Nintendo knocked it out of the park. Especially after the Wii, I want to say Wii U, they really redeemed themselves after that. So the Switch 2 is coming out, and they have to worry about scalpers, and they have a ridiculously good strategy on handling that. Let's take a look at the article, and then we will discuss. So Nintendo plans to beat the scalpers with the Switch 2 with one cunning trick: just make enough consoles from the start.
Fair.
Well,
well, they don't have a semiconductor shortage to worry about, so that's definitely in their favor. But I don't know how much of a hand they had in that.
Just make enough so they can buy it from you at the actual price.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Revolutionary.
I know. The PlayStation 5, did you guys see, like, they were selling for like $1,000 on like eBay and stuff like that. Scalpers.
More than that.
Crazy. Yeah. I hate scalpers.
Yeah, it was a problem. Oh my gosh, dude.
There's always going to be scalpers. There's always going to be scum. And that's the thing. Greed isn't just limited to corporations.
Yes, 100%. I remember during the pandemic, it was the toilet paper deal.
Oh, God.
People sitting on toilet paper thrones. It's like, dude, what? What's happening right now? Holy crap!
You think you're Scarface? Like, what is this?
No. It's pretty fantastic. However,
call me the toilet paper, the toilet paper mafia.
Yeah, that guy. It's like I'm not even gonna go there because yes, exactly. I'm not gonna go there. But I got to give it to him. Like the guy who bought all the sanitizers, the hand sanitizers, sold it for a profit. He made a lot of money. So, but it's still scummy, and you shouldn't be able to do that. I don't think you should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of like stop gates we could put on that, because I mean, if you have the money, who am I to say you can't buy whatever you want with it? But it's like, dude, come on, really? But anyway,
well, shame is a useful strategy.
Yes,
but
yes.
People have to be capable of feeling shame. That's the problem.
I don't think he did.
Not everybody is.
I don't think he did. He took the money and ran.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, Nintendo doesn't want its Switch successor to be scalped and resold by those hoping to turn a profit. So the company has a simple but effective plan to prevent that from happening, simply make enough consoles in the first place. Everyone remembers the PS5 stock issues until 2023. Oh my gosh, it was practically impossible to find one of Sony's current gen consoles at its standard retail price, unless you put stock alerts on for every online retailer and sat waiting to dive into a queue at a moment's notice. That's how it was with the Portal. Yeah.
I did that.
The Portal was the same way. Well, oh, sorry. There simply weren't enough to meet demand thanks to a global shortage of semiconductors, and a significant amount of stock that was available was snatched up by scalpers who then go on to sell the consoles at inflated prices, making them even harder to come by. I don't think we need to finish that, but yeah. So
yeah.
We all know this. We lived through the PS5 shortage.
We were there.
We were there.
Yeah. I got a t-shirt for it, and I survived the PS5 shortage.
Dude, seriously, no. Okay. No, I need to make that shirt. Because that's hilarious. Good. That's a good one. That's about the PS5 shortage. Goodness gracious. So, anyone who's excited about the Switch 2? Raise your hand. I am. I'm very excited.
I think I am. I don't actually have a Switch, but I'm excited because it's a system that people seem to get a lot of joy out of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for people to be excited, I guess,
yes.
and to have a system that they love and appreciate. So, I mean, by the same token, I feel really bad for anybody that owns an Xbox. I feel so bad for you. I'm sorry that Microsoft did all this crap.
Scotty's right there, man. He's right here.
I know. I feel like I'm apologizing directly to Scott, but no, seriously.
No.
I want people to enjoy their games.
Yeah.
Just because I don't doesn't mean I don't get. I don't want people to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a Nintendo Switch 2 makes you happy, and then by all accounts, it seems like everybody's anticipating this. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants it. Great. I hope it's a smashing success.
Yeah. Same. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not a big Nintendo gamer. I have a Switch. I grew up all PlayStation. My first Nintendo system was the Wii in 2006. So
dope.
I'm not like, oh, Zelda, oh, Mario. I don't have the nostalgia with those titles.
Yeah.
So I don't usually go out of my way. I got a Switch because I put Jackbox on it. I can stick it in my backpack. It's fun. It's like
dope.
my party system.
Very cool.
Almost. So I definitely won't be getting the Switch 2 upon release, especially because all like the big games probably coming out for it.
Yep.
I don't know I'm gonna have a connection to. But when Tears of the Kingdom came out, I was so pumped for everyone on the internet, and I was like, you guys need to be this excited for me when Final Fantasy 16 comes out, which everyone was. So I'm all for like sharing in the internet's joy. But just for me, I'm and it's gonna be more. Is there a price point yet? I think I got my Switch like 2 or 3 years after it came out, so I would probably do the same.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Because the Switch was like $300 when it came out.
That's dope.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
If you had to guess,
right.
if you had to guess how much the Switch 2 is gonna be, what do you think it's gonna cost? My mind thinks 400.
I was gonna say I hope 4, I fear 5.
Yes, right. Same.
Yeah.
Because have you seen like the prices for the Rogue in the Steam Deck? They're absolutely stupid, crazy, ridiculous.
What is it?
I want to say a Steam Deck's like $700, and the same for a Rogue.
There's different
No
ones
way.
though.
They're it is tiers, but I don't think I saw one for less than $500. It's like, yikes, dude. So it says here, the Economic Times. Get ready for the Nintendo Switch potentially launching in March 2025, packed with an 8-inch LCD screen, DLSS support, and rumored $400 price tag. So it's still rumors.
Oh,
fair.
Spot.
Yeah.
Spot on, Nos. Spot on.
So that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
So the cheapest Steam
yeah.
Deck, the cheapest Steam Deck is 500 Canada dollars. So I don't know what that translates to for America dollars.
Probably
Less, I imagine. Maybe
Like
450, 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see. Okay.
Would they not sell it at the same
totally-
price though, regardless of the currency?
So I was
Because
wrong
I
about
asked
the
because
Rogue Ally. Here, let's see.
I asked because with the I think it was PlayStation when it was £500 in the £500 here.
Well,
It was $500 in the States as well.
What?
So I was wondering, did they? Yeah,
that's
Oh,
crazy.
it's more than that here.
That's what I was thinking. Do they factor in the exchange rate and all of that? I'm not sure if they do. You know, I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure they would. Otherwise, it's not going to be fair for one side.
Right.
That's
I mean,
true.
500 pounds is a lot more than 500 American dollars, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know, man. I mean, the exchange rate I think is a bit crap now, but about
Yeah.
a decade ago, it was brilliant. It was basically half price in the States. Basically, life was great back then.
Sucks being
Man.
Canadian.
So I'm looking at the Rogue Allies. It went on a sale. It's slashed $100 for $399 for the Rogue Ally. For the Steam Deck, it is the cheapest I'm seeing is $453.
Okay, so yeah, that
Random
sounds
number.
about right.
Mm-hmm.
453
Mm-hmm.
and 17 cents.
Well, in 36 cents.
Yeah. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
just cheap. Maybe I'm frugal. Maybe frugal is a better word than cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was
No,
excited for
it's
the
very
Steam
expensive.
Deck, but it's
very
just
expensive, man.
yeah, it was a little,
Yeah.
it was absolutely not. It was crazy.
Everything is worth what its purchaser will pay for it, though.
Exactly
I mean,
that. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if there's a game that comes out that is a must play for you, then all of a
Mhm.
sudden that price might look a little bit different.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
From experience, yes. Yes.
Is a Steam Deck worth it?
I think so. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I think
I've never used one. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So what? You can play like Game Pass on it, PC games on it. What else can you do? Sell it to me, Fox. Sell it.
Well,
Well,
Steam
okay.
games,
So,
as far as Steam games go, they have to be compatible with the Steam Deck.
Right.
yeah. So
Oh.
That's up to the developer.
no, with the only caveat
Okay.
is if you have,
Yeah.
like $500 laying around that you have to put towards a mortgage or something like that, then it is 100% worth it. If you don't have the money, then absolutely not. Don't. I mean, if you want to put in extra hours at work to be able to do it, heck yeah, I would totally. But other than that, no. Don't go without eating to get a Steam Deck. Don't do that.
Unless you can skip a meal or two.
Right? No.
I'm kidding.
It's like, yeah. No.
I'm interested. Okay, I'll look into this.
Yeah.
I noticed as well. Back to our accent clash. You said caveat. We say caveat.
Which is funny. You think it'd be the other way around.
I know.
Yeah. Interesting.
I was thinking, should we say it like that?
I feel English saying it like that, caveat, because it feels like such a nice, solid word to make you feel like have a monocle and sip tea and your mustache. The only caveat would be,
Oh, that was good.
Hey.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I think when I say that word, I say caveat. Caveat. So that would be more on the British side, I guess, more the English side, right?
Caveat.
Caveat. I don't know.
Now I don't know how I say it. I'm like,
it's one of those things where it's like as soon as somebody mentions breathing, you start thinking about your breathing, and then you forget how to breathe on your own.
It's like I've been breathing a lot this past minute. Oh my goodness, am I dying? Is this what is hyperventilating? What's going on? That makes me think of Spider-Man not into the Spider-Verse. Is it the first one with Miles when he's having that internal monologue while he's running through the school? It's like she's insanely tall.
I've not played that. I've not played any of those games.
Oh no, it's a movie. Sorry.
Oh, it's a movie.
The Spider-Verse.
The cartoon one.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that. No, never seen that. No.
Oh, they're freaking ridiculously good. If you haven't, dude, totally, it's worth it.
Is it on Disney?
It's a Sony production, I want to say.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, that explains why there wasn't some crossovers.
That's true.
Maybe I should.
But they had a whole gamut of Spider people. It's great. It's fantastic.
They're great movies.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Oh my
I'm a big anime fan, and The Boy and the Heron won the Oscar.
Yeah.
And it should have gone to Spider-Verse too. Which is crazy coming from me. You don't know how crazy that is, but like Spider-Verse 2 was just a phenomenal film. Like
you had me like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm going against my literal brand, but yes.
Oh, by the way,
the torches.
Yeah, no kidding. I started watching Kaiju number 8. It's really good.
Right?
Yeah, it's solid. It's pretty solid, dude.
Nice.
Freaking I don't remember what episode I'm on, but it's where he's getting hemmed up because he turned into a kaiju in front of everyone. So it's like,
oh, you're far in.
Yeah. Well, I guess
you're almost done.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I didn't get to bed at a decent hour or two. So I was watching Kaiju number 8.
Anime.
I know. I got to a good
that point though.
Yeah.
You get to that point with any really compelling TV show or game, even where you're like, you're close to the end.
Yeah.
And you should put it down and go to sleep. But it's like, no, screw it. I really just need to see how this ends.
Yes. There's many nights with the Tomb Raider. It's like, oh gosh, it's just so good. And I don't want to lose my progress. Oh,
yeah.
Come to bed. That with Are you still playing that? It's like, yeah, just one last level. Just this last level.
I did that with the Immortal, where I was like, at the very, very end stage, you have to figure out how to beat this dragon. And I'm like, I got to go to bed. I have to go do something else. And then I ended up coming back like an hour later. I'm like, no, screw it. It was the shortest stream I'd ever had. I think it was like 10 minutes.
All right. Next article. I want to say we do have kind of some peripheral ones if you guys want to get into it. But our last main, there was a rumor that Sony was getting rid of their Blu-ray discs for movies and games and things like that. Turns out that's not true. That wasn't true. And they are getting rid of their Blu-ray for customer stuff. So they won't sell them at Best Buy or your almost at Home Depot, Office Depot or something like that. They are shutting that down. But you still will be able to get your physical games, your physical movies and things like that. So we have this article. It is pinned by Derek Strickland over at Tweaktown. And so Sony plans to eventually stop producing consumer-grade recordable Blu-ray discs, but commercial products such as game and film Blu-rays will still be produced. Sony Group will lay off 250 employees, and I hope they find swift employment after at a division that produces recordable media discs and start winding down the production of specific Blu-ray products. Sources have told Japanese newspaper Mainichi. I always have trouble with Japanese words because I want to say Mainichi. You know,
Mainichi. It
Mainichi.
means every day.
Yeah.
Mainichi.
Oh
Every
my
day.
gosh.
Oh,
We have the resident.
oh,
Well,
I took Japanese in college.
dope.
really?
Okay.
What?
I know I'm not like fluent, but I can have a meaningful conversation with a 4-year-old. So I've got enough.
That's so dope. They had like an after school program when I was in 7th grade for Japanese. I can count to 10. Well, no, not anymore. I can count to 3 in Japanese.
All you need.
Yes.
All you need.
Yeah. It sounds impactful, especially if you use one of those like stereotypical deep Japanese voices. People think you're like really doing something. But
I love.
Okay,
Honestly,
so
I gotta
this
say, I
is-
love that deep anime villain laugh.
yes,
That's my favorite.
yeah,
Omae wa shinderu.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impactful. You know,
Yeah.
that
Has
that-
weight.
See, that reminds me of the dragon kaiju. That dude had a deep. Oh my god!
Yeah,
It was.
that's a good voice.
Oh my gosh! It was like eating chocolate cake with chocolate drizzled on the top. It was so good.
I love that.
It's so good.
Oh,
Cake.
Yeah.
man.
I feel
So
thirsty.
for this,
Mhm.
this is just like if I was burning CDs. They're not making CDs anymore.
Right.
I guess this is for people who burn
Yep.
stuff to Blu-rays.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, people
I
still do
mean-
that.
I apparently not anymore
Absolutely.
because they're closing it
Right.
down.
Oh,
Well,
I wonder
no,
what
because
that current market is. You know.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's one of those
I'm
things.
one of them. I'm one of those
Hmm.
people. I have a Blu-ray burner right behind me. You can't see
Okay.
it, but it's there.
Like,
Oh, right. Okay.
Just for backing up and a little bit of
Mhm.
data hoarding.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still companies. You can go to Amazon and look for BDRs or
mhm.
Yeah.
and things like that. And Verbatim is the name, I think, pretty much for optical media.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's tons of other ones, but yeah, Verbatim. Well,
See?
I've used Verbatim for forever for like DVDRs, CDRs, and
Yeah.
stuff. So
So you're
there's
still
going
not
to be other options.
right. So I think this kind of boils down to like when we talk about physical media, you'll still have like a place like Limited Run Games that still make physical stuff for people who want it, you know. But I think for the vast majority of people, what did I say? Limited Run Games? Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. It's just we're talking about like CDRs and DVDRs, and you mentioned limited run games, and they got in trouble recently for just burning stuff to like DVDRs and treating it like it's an actual
That's
commercially
right.
pressed game.
Yes, I remember
Right,
that.
so-
Didn't they give people refunds for that though? They started giving
I don't
people
know
refunds,
what the
I think.
fallout of that was, but it's just again scummy behavior, right?
Scummy behavior. Big company doing what big company does, you know. But how many companies are there? See, and that's what, you know, in my mind goes to, there will be companies that do well in that industry, like, you know, preserving physical media for people who want it. They will do well, but for the vast majority, it's not enough to build a business off of it for like a Sony or Xbox, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think, you know, that's where my mind goes with like the entire thing with what's going on with Xbox. It's like, I just don't know if the market is big enough to support all of that. 30 million consoles out there. That's not nothing, but I don't think that's going to be getting way bigger. Like, PlayStation won't sell 114 million units again. I don't think. Xbox won't sell because their
Well,
highest
not
one
at
was
the,
like
not
84
at the price
million.
points. Not at the price
Yeah.
points that they're selecting,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
if PlayStation released their next console with, say, without an optical drive, but it had the hardware in there to be able to play whatever you wanted,
Mhm.
and it was $200, I know it's out there, but imagine if it was that much money.
Yes.
I could easily see them outselling like PS4
now
easily. PS2, who knows?
Oof. PS2 still is the highest selling console of all time.
Best one, baby.
Yep.
Woo!
Had the games, had the technology. It's like
Love
the
that thing.
$1 million
Mine
man.
still works.
Metal Gear Solid
Really?
2?
Yours
Yes.
still works?
Yeah, I still
That was the
2 years
first
ago I
game I
played
got.
Persona 3 on it, the original Persona 3 on a 2002 thick boy PS2.
Thick boy.
Still working. Still
boy, it's
working.
thick.
When it eventually dies, I will probably cry and wear black for 40 days. But it will be great. It is going great. Yeah.
PlayStation 2, that is the system that changed everything. It's that good. Like what we were talking about, Metal Gear Solid 2 is the first game I played on PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
Classic.
Crazy. And that game was way ahead of its time.
It was. Oh my god,
100%,
dude.
Like that could still work today.
It does.
Like the story, even the graphics. I think it could work today.
Like the deep cut, like conspiracy stuff. Oh, dude, this is probably more relevant today than any other time.
I know.
You know, it's so crazy.
I know.
Oh god,
it's crazy.
So there's games there are good quality indie games that are being made to look like retro games.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that actually helps those games be more accessible nowadays too.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
like one of the a game I played yesterday was a horror game, and I don't do well with horror games, but it created this wonderfully creepy atmosphere. And it's funny because nothing actually happened in the game. No zombies or anything sort of jump out at you.
Nice.
It's just all atmospheric.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be zombies in the game, but in this section of the demo, it was just solving puzzles. But the whole time I'm like, okay, when am I going to turn the light onto a room and something creepy is really going to come out? I think for graphics, there's the initial appeal of how good everything looks, but after a while you just sort of get used to what you're looking at, whether it's good or kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
Really. If you've ever watched a movie in black and white, you probably have that same idea where it's like, well, I'm used to watching things in color and this is a little bit jarring, but eventually your brain sort of fills in the gaps and you just get used to it. And you don't think about that anymore. You just think, okay, well, how's the story going? How are the characters going? How's the dialogue and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
There's all that other crap. The graphics just sort of fade into the background.
Yeah.
At least to me.
No, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Shoot, man.
Because I was saying to Scotty earlier, like, good gameplay is timeless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's some games do need a little updating, like how you move in Resident Evil back in the day. Yeah, that needs a little a coat of paint on it for sure.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna
really stiff or something.
Yes,
like for old games being able to support like higher resolutions. Yes, absolutely. Right?
There's no
It's
way
not
they have the
playing on
graphics for zombies now and having me moving stiffly around. That don't fly with me, because then I won't buy the game because I'll be too scared. It's like, you're having me no, that's not gonna work. But yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying though. So do we have it? Well, god dang it, GG, we miss you. Some Resident Evil news. So the Resident Evil 7 director, he's going to be directing the new entry, Resident Evil 9, and it turns out that he already has a story for it and he thinks it's substantial. So I'm hopefully Gigi gets to see this, or she's probably already read the news. She's probably already keeping up with that.
Yeah.
But this is really cool because, you know, I want to say 7 is touted as the one game that revitalized the series. So brought a lot more people got more excited to play it. You know, wasn't as stale. And I got to tell you, it looks so creepy. Like the dinner scene with the guy and everyone's eating like ears or something like that. It was like, oh god. It's like, I can't.
Sounds like Hannibal.
Yeah, oh, it's bad, dude. It's so bad.
That always makes me laugh whenever someone, whenever a developer or a writer says, well, I've got a really great idea for this. And it's like, well, what the hell is he supposed to say? I got no idea what I'm doing.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Right on. Okay, I mean, I think that was the only peripheral one that we had. Yeah.
So is that a Resident Evil? Which one was that? Did you say?
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So did they reboot or revamp the franchise, or did they just continue with that sequence?
So I want to say 7 was the first time they did the first person view, if I'm not mistaken. Right. I might be wrong. Ooh. I want to say that was the first time, but it was just a new way that they took it. It was more contained. You weren't like trying to take down Umbrella. You were just a guy that was looking for his wife, came upon this creepy house with these weird ass people, you know.
So it's just kind of self-contained.
Mm-hmm. It was a self-contained story. And then, 8 kind of, what series is that? The Universal Monsters series?
That's what it feels like. Castlevania. Shout out to Lord Beerus, by the way. He taught me about Castlevania. It sounds like Castlevania.
Have you seen the show? It is so amazing.
I started watching it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's so good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's so good.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
What is it? It was season 2, season 3. When
season 2 was so bomb.
Yeah.
Ugh. Sorry.
And that last fight with Death.
Hey.
Okay.
You just spoiled all of that one.
I didn't hear anything.
Come on.
I didn't name any names. But
This is karma for what I did of Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah.
Charles is there laughing like, I got you.
Oh, I'll get you. I'll get you, Scotty.
But speaking of anime shows, not anime, have you seen Blood of Zeus?
I wasn't a big fan of it.
About it. It looks weird. Is it good?
Wasn't.
Yeah, it's good. Well, yeah, I like Greek mythology, so maybe I'm a bit biased.
Okay.
Right on.
But yeah.
So,
that's cool.
But yes, it's good. It's like a darker version of Hercules, the Disney show.
Right on.
This is what really happened. This is what Zeus is really like.
Oh yeah, Zeus is he's a maniac, dude. No wonder.
He's not awesome.
Zeus.
No,
Zeus is wild.
Wild.
Like this is almost like God of War Zeus. Like this is
Zeus in God of War was the real Zeus. That's how he is.
Yeah. This whole Disney Zeus thing, nah, he's nothing like that.
Shoot, man, I'd say Odin is the same way. As far as the Norse mythology, Odin is just like Zeus, exactly the same. Killing his,
Odin. He's pretty mad, isn't he? Odin?
Yeah, he is.
Because I wasn't too familiar with Norse mythology, but then I heard Thor was involved, and I was like, Thor.
Yeah.
Oh. And then and it's actually Thor, like Marvel Thor, and I was like, oh shit. I thought it was just a crossover, but no, he's actually in the mythology.
Yeah.
I was like, this is wild.
Kratos and MCU crossover. That's hilarious.
I know, that is just wild.
But like when Thor walked into his house and how massive he was, I was like, oh, this is going to be so good.
What God of War?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I think they dropped the ball with the second one because Odin. Oh, wait, has everyone played it, or are they gonna play it?
Here he goes again.
You know what? I'm not gonna spoil it, but all I'm gonna say is like the way
Ragnarok was the second one.
Ragnarok.
The first one, the one before that.
Yeah. Just 2018, I guess they call it.
So when they kind of did the whole reveal at the end, did you see the secret ending? It's on YouTube. You haven't seen it, but that's when I got gassed and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
But then I just felt like, when you have a vision of how a villain should be, and then when you see it play out, you're like, they could have done so much more with him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, I got that from Ragnarok. That's why it was good, but I was a little bit, man.
Right on. I feel you. I get where you're coming from, but I loved his design. I loved it.
But he wasn't as menacing as I thought he could. He was menacing, but I thought he'd be a bit more.
It's like freaking Kratos isn't a small guy, and he towered over him. I was like, oh my god.
Wait, he towered over Thor?
No, Kratos. Thor towered over Kratos.
That's another thing. Yeah, I mean, They did 4 a bit dirty though. I thought they could have done 4 much better.
Right on.
I think.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I can totally relate.
Fox is like, I don't agree with you, but all right.
I've had that feeling before. I've been where you are with other stuff, but yeah. No, I get it.
You guys are having a civil disagreement. Oh my god!
Like we're from Canadian
of all places.
Was it last week?
It's the Canadian standoff.
I think it was Gigi and Nas. I think they were like, it was a debate on, I think, AWS or Microsoft, something like that.
Oh,
and I was like,
it wasn't really much. I mean,
no, but I like a debate personally. I think it's cool. I like.
Right. She's allowed to be wrong. It's okay. I can say that because she's not here.
Right on. Yeah. Freaking Ken, I'm gonna bring you into this. Friggin', what is your most recent anime that you're watching right now that you just can't put it down?
So you caught me at a crossroads because the spring season has just ended and the summer season is starting.
Right on.
So Sound Euphonium season 3 just ended. Chef's Kiss.
Right on.
Kaiju number 8 ended. Pretty good. I read the manga. I wanted it to like really punch me in the face, but like I said, it's very watchable.
Yeah.
With my Discord, we did an anime watch along where we all watch 2 episodes a week together and then talk about them throughout the week.
Very cool.
We rewatched Angel Beats, one of my favorite anime of all time, 2010. 13 episodes, so good. And I felt bad because this season of anime was pretty good. And I was like, but I can't stop watching this anime I've seen 6 times. 14 years ago. So that's my unofficial anime of the season. I'm also rewatching, they're doing a remake of Spice and Wolf.
Yes.
And they got the original dub cast. So usually I'm all for the original voices, but when I originally watched Spice and Wolf, it was only available in English. And it's a really good dub. So I'm waiting for it to go through so I can watch it all in English. Because man, if you want to know about medieval economics, Spice and Wolf. So good.
You want to know what's funny? Freaking that time I got reincarnated as a slime, they're doing kind of that too. Like, dude, it's pretty good.
Looking for real silver coins against fake silver coins and merchant training.
Yeah. Have you gotten to slime?
Nah, I'm so like worn out from isekais.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Everyone's hit by a truck and sent somewhere else. It's like let's have some original ideas. Yeah.
Right on. Okay.
I'm like burnt out from isekais. So
truck. It's over.
Are you guys watching Demon Slayer at all?
My gosh, I just got caught up with that.
Demon Slayer
so
is pretty good. It's not phenomenal, and they're ending it with a trilogy of movies. You greedy vampires. It's gonna be 10 years. We're gonna be waiting for the last movie. Like it's gonna take so long. They're trying to do another Mugen train, which wasn't that good. Ugh.
It should have just been an episode. It shouldn't have been a movie. It's just an episode.
And then the second part, season 2 of Demon Slayer, they redid the movie again. Everyone in the world saw that movie. Why are you doing it again?
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey man, you're gonna be shitting on Demon Slayer, man.
I like the more slice of life angle this season took, because I feel like the end of Demon Slayer is just gonna be all battles, insane. A lot of people are gonna die, so it was nice just like chilling with my boys again before they all die.
They all go. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel a bit rushed. Like the last few episodes we've seen everyone's backstory now, the Hashira stories, but I just felt like it was a little bit rushed, and I was like, are they ending this? And this was before I saw the announcement. And then you're right, Ken, like the next 3 movies or trilogy movies, that will be the ending. And I was a bit like, I thought it was going to be the next Bleach, the next Naruto, the next Dragon Ball Z, you know, that longevity. But no, they're just like, right, we're gonna go on an Attack on Titan vibe and just here are the episodes, there it is, done.
It's hard to do that now in the current industry landscape because they're producing shows in cores and not in like long running seasons. Like Naruto started in 2002 and just went forever. Same with Bleach, same with One Piece, which you know is like
still
the
going.
secret, has the
Freaking
secret
nuts.
sauce.
Yeah.
But now, like
So
even
wild.
My Hero Academia, 12 episodes, then you wait a year, then it's 12 episodes, so you don't get that momentum anymore.
Right.
Just because of, and we're getting higher quality stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Less filler, higher quality, but there's not going to be one of those like driving force. The Jujutsu Kaisen, probably. God. I think that's the biggest shonen right now. But
yeah, I started watching that. That's wild.
So good.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah. It's wild.
So.
Wow, it's so good to have anime friends. I don't have a lot of anime friends, you know.
No,
like the majority are people I've found on Twitter. And
we'll hang out.
Guys.
We'll
yeah.
I'm called the Anime Archive. I've seen most things.
That's awesome.
I'm here for it.
Right on. Shoot.
What about you, Nos? You into anime, Nos?
Nope.
Just a simple.
Well, we can change that. Let's go.
Mike.
Yeah.
No long-winded answer. Just no.
Nope.
No, and it's not for any particular reason. It's just a time issue.
Gotcha.
At time issue, and it being such a broad category of things, I wouldn't even know where to start. And I'm sure if I asked that question of each of you, you'd probably all give me 3 different answers. Of course, Kenshin's would probably be right, but you'd give me 3 different answers.
How about we do freaking? I think knowing Nos, I think Cowboy Bebop would be just your.
I've
style.
already watched that. Sorry, I've already watched Cowboy Bebop.
Instantly lies. Like bam.
I have what? Do I actively watch anime though? No.
Right.
I don't know. Obviously, yeah. Like,
have I watched
Fist of the North
before?
Star. I bet you've seen Fist of the North Star. You have, haven't you?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go down the extensive list of anime that I've watched. Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop the movie.
Which was
And
fantastic.
I'm done.
So good.
That's it.
Get it.
I
Samurai
absolutely
Champloo.
I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved the music. I loved the characters. My favorite character in one of my favorite characters in all media is Jet Black.
Yeah.
He's
Love
dope.
He's awesome.
The original voice. I loved the character. He's just such a solid dude.
Yep.
Right?
Oh yeah.
You should
and the rest
stick
of the
to that director then. Samurai Champloo, one of my favorites.
So good.
Zankyo no Terror, great. And then Kids on the Slope is one of my favorite period pieces. It's like 1960s post-war jazz.
Oh, yeah.
Really drama, really great. Yeah,
all you had to do was say
Shinichiro
jazz.
Watanabe knows how to do it. And the same person who does the music for Cowboy Bebop does the music for Kids on the Slope because it is jazz. It's definitely a different genre.
It's like
so you'd be
the seatbelts or something
Yoko
like that.
Ano.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Kano,
Yeah,
Yoko
I love her.
Kano.
I think she's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay. I think Samurai Champloo
Anyway.
actually was recommended on this show, like on one of the first one of the first 2 I was on. I think
Right
you guys
on.
recommended it then. Yeah.
Super fun.
All right, I'm going to start with that.
Okay.
Samurai Champloo.
Ooh. Now I feel pressure when he
Oh,
doesn't
that's
like it.
the
But if he
the
doesn't like it,
If I don't
That's
like
the-
it, Kenshin, I'm coming for you.
No, that's
And
good.
then, like, I
That's
didn't
the
like this.
2
Why did you
ninjas, isn't
recommend
it?
this?
was
That's
that?
the 2
What's that?
ninjas.
Yeah, there's like one.
Yeah.
there's
That's
this one guy
good.
who's very
Samurai.
composed.
The samurai
Yeah.
glasses.
One guy who's very
Gin and
snot.
Mugen.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
searching for the samurai who smells of sunflowers.
That's
It's
right.
a sick
That's
show.
it.
What
Yeah,
do
yeah,
those
yeah,
even
yeah,
smell
yeah,
like?
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
starting to wonder that. It
Yeah,
looks like a buddy cop movie or a buddy cop show.
Kind of. You got your
Like,
wild
I'm in.
card in Mugen, and then you got your like straight by the book in Jin.
Gin.
Yeah.
And then Fu's just hungry all the time.
Yes.
And that's the whole show.
Okay.
Remember that
I'll
one
start with that.
episode where they have to get the head of golly, I can't remember, or Mugen has to deliver a head to someone. I thought that was freaking awesome. It was so
Yeah.
good. God dang it.
A lot of great stuff.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Bring it. But like you were
I have to
saying,
find
you're
out how to watch that, but yeah,
oh shoot, yeah, that is a Crunchyroll.
that's my problem.
But I don't want you to have to like, pay money.
Oh no,
You know.
like, there's something that I say on my streams all the time, and I say, "Well, that's my problem, not yours," and that's.
And then he
I'll find a
pirates
way.
it. Yeah.
What?
It's on
Excuse me.
Netflix, isn't it?
Samurai
I'm checking
Champloo?
right now.
I don't
I'm
know.
checking.
I watched it on Netflix, I
It
believe.
used to be.
Nope. Oh, Watch Now Prime. Oh, it might be on Amazon. No.
Oh, if it's on Prime, that's good news.
Yeah.
I have it on Blu-ray because I'm a psycho. But I'll mail you my copy.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
I've got a Crunchyroll subscription, and it's through Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Right on. Yeah, that was like
I can get a free trial and just binge it.
Yeah.
You could totally. It's 24 episodes. I think you could totally do it in 15 days.
And then after
I don't
that,
not a fan of
You should
binging
watch-
shows just because I find like they all kind of blur together.
Yeah.
And you have a hard time just picking out like what happened in this episode or
Right on,
whatnot.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
I like
I
my
think-
commercials just because they're good at separating
No.
things and they give me time to
No
process what I
commercials.
watch.
That's
you like commercials?
shame.
I-
Shame.
It's okay. I don't
Built-in bathroom break. Okay.
hang on a second.
Built-in.
Hold on.
Built-in bathroom break.
I don't like the commercials necessarily. I just like what they do for my consumption of what I'm watching. They give me time to think about what I just watched,
Okay.
right? Rather than just throwing more stuff at me and I don't have time to process it. I mean, it depends on the show. If it's a stupid ass show and I don't need a lot of time to process it, then fine. But if it's something thought provoking,
Yeah.
then it provokes thought. I like to have time to do that.
All right.
Fair.
I just ignore the commercials anyway. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
Now this is a good one. Like, you remember the Little Sweets commercials? Oh my goodness. That's basically cinema. The Dr. Pepper commercials. And he's like, Little Sweets. He's like coming down the freaking the
I actually
stairs.
remember that.
You remember those?
We had that.
Oh,
we had that
so
over here
good.
as well. We had the remember that advert? I always keep singing it. It's the plug you put in with it's got like air freshener, and it goes plug it in, plug it in.
yeah.
Ch-ch-ch-chia.
Best advert
Yes.
ever, man.
Oh, man.
All of those. Oh god.
We have this. You guys, I don't know if you guys have this, but like you have certain trigger words where if somebody says a combination of words, it reminds you of a song lyric, and then that
Yeah.
song is instantly in your head. I have this to
Yes.
me all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anytime somebody says 2 scoops, I get this commercial jingle in my head from like 1985
Oh
or
my
86 for Raisin Bran.
Oh.
2 scoops of
Sturdy
raisins.
Danny McGee.
That's dope.
It's on YouTube. Watch it. It's actually a really great little jingle. I love it.
Yeah.
How often in your life do people say 2 scoops?
A lot.
That's a good point.
Kind of like, oh, how many scoops of this this casserole? Oh, 2 scoops. And then all of a sudden, I'm thinking of Raisin Bran again.
I was thinking protein or something. Yeah, 2
yeah,
scoops of
anything.
protein.
Or ice cream.
Oh, how many
I was
scoops of
thinking
ice cream would
cream.
you want? Oh, I'd like 2
2
scoops.
scoops.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. And then Danny McGee's in my head again.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that is an interesting place. Your head and your life
Oh,
that
it's-
people use 2 scoops a lot.
It's
You know.
not just 2 scoops. It's like so many trigger words.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anytime somebody says I'm very tired, and then all of a sudden I start singing, and I'm not feeling right, and then I have, that Australian band, Men with Hats.
See, there you go.
Nobody knows what I'm talking
What
about.
comes to mind is llamas with hats. So yeah, no, we're
Oh.
simpatico with that. It's the words triggers things. Anyway, that was freaking awesome. That was great. I love that tangent. It's fantastic. For anybody watching right now, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and definitely go to our panel, our freaking fabulous panel, to their YouTube, their Twitches. Obviously, we're different. We're gonna have different stuff, but it is significant. And I watch all of your guys' stuff and listen to your podcasts.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise. Likewise.
Yeah, we're all over
Yeah.
the place. Aren't
I know.
Yeah.
Retro.
Yeah. We
You
all
got-
support each other. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's super
100%.
cool. Oh yeah. Should we get into comments? It's not a lot today.
we?
I think it's
Just
just
our boy
John.
John.
Just our boy
What's
John.
up, man?
Yeah. Hey.
Woo!
What's up, John?
Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. I was about to throw it up and it's not even ready. There I am, doing what I do.
I took a
just
break from
so
Revita for a little bit because I finally beat that game. I think
that's not the one where
I'm
you're
not
the
even
wizard, right?
I think.
Because there's stuff in the trailer that I haven't seen in the game yet. So I'm like, there's more. I know there's more. The game is pretty much telling me there's more. And I'm like, no, you know what? I just got over this hurdle. Finally beat that acceptance boss, which is a pain in the ass. I'm sitting there like I do this. I'll just like watch my gameplay over again and I'll make notes. And I'm like, okay, when he does this, do this or go here and I'll come back and I did that for that game and I finally beat that boss. And it was like, oh, so sweet. Sense of relief. And I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back to it, but right now I'm just like I'm gonna revel in the moment. What a hard game.
Yeah, no, dude, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
The clock guy, I want to say it was the clock guy that you were fighting.
Yeah, that's the first stage of that's Enigma, right? And then you beat him, and then he turns into like a shadow version of you, and he rips out your heart, and then you got to beat him.
Holy crap! Dude.
And he has 2 stages as well, so you're basically fighting 2 different bosses with 2 stages. Because when you get down to 50% health, they get angry.
Yeah,
and they go faster, they deal more damage, and sometimes they throw out new attacks.
Yeah.
And that was a slog. But
no,
I mean, that's
like
the kind
like
you don't want to have a disappointing boss fight in a game. You want the boss fight to kick the crap out of you so that you come back and you get better and you feel that satisfaction for putting it all together and beating them. If you beat a boss in the first try, it's like, oh, okay, well,
yeah.
I was expecting more of a challenge. This is a little bit you know what I mean?
It could still be challenging and you beat him on the first try and then you're just hype.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's like, too good at games.
You know what?
You're too good. My motto on my Twitch is literally Kenshinsgirl, trying not to die.
Have you seen any of have you seen my Mega Man playthroughs?
Yeah.
Any idea how many times I die? I had a 2-hour stream on Monday. I beat 1 boss.
Loves the torture.
Yeah, well, I play those games without guides, right? I'm basically just running. What I've started to do with these is I'm going to visit every stage and see how far I get. And then afterwards, I'm really going to get serious and try and beat these bosses. But that game is hard. It is hard. That's why I only have like 1 boss to show for it.
Oh, that's brutal.
But I agree with you, Kenshin. If it's like a long, drawn out, protracted fight, and you beat him on the first try, fine. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. Right? Or if it's a long grind.
Yeah.
But if it's just like it's treated like another boss fight as any other one in the game, but this is the final guy, it's a little disappointing. I find
you want a set piece for the end. You want it to feel significant that you've beaten it.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That satisfaction.
Yeah.
But I always see it as, well, it's my mindset going into a game which is difficult to beat. Developers wouldn't release a game that you can't beat.
That's yeah.
So there's always a way to do it. Like it could be, and it might take you 20, 30 tries, 40 tries.
Oh.
But there's always a way. Like you learn something, hopefully, each time you die. Like, right, that doesn't work. I've seen Knossig on his Mega Man streams. It's like, right, that doesn't work. Right, we try it this way. We try it that way. There's always... That's how I see it. Devs wouldn't release a game that can't
you couldn't beat.
Yeah.
Surely not.
Especially like depending on how many tools they give you as well. It's like, well, what's going to work? What combination of things is going to work? Yeah. And I mean, that's especially true of the Mega Man games because every boss has a weakness. But it's kind of trying to figure out like what the developers were thinking. How did they want me to beat this game? What did they give me? Okay, they gave me these things. Okay, so they were expecting me to use these in a specific sequence or a specific way.
Yeah.
But you're right, Scotty. It's there. You just have to uncover it.
That's right. Hey, Ken, how we doing on time?
Yeah.
Are you good?
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
All right. Let's get into freaking comments real quick, and then we'll do which, you know what? We'll do when we get there. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Just all over the place. I can't think. Forgot I gotta press the button actually. There we go. John, hey everyone. Great to see you all having a good day. Same to you.
Howdy, John.
Oh, I was just about to ask that. Been busy with work and other things, but still pop by to see the team doing great work. Thank you, John. Grade A, you and Beers. Oh my gosh. Always show. Oh, Kenshinsgirl, it's been really fun watching your Final Fantasy games. And my buddy Nas finally got his hope at getting past the boss of Revita.
Damn right. And I have the video to prove it.
Yeah. Video evidence. This is one thing we didn't have back in the day. It was like you beat a hard boss and you're like, did anyone see that? No. Okay.
I was talking about that. I can't remember who I was talking about that with, but like, especially if you found a secret in a game.
Yeah.
And people were like, no, that's you can't throw a Hadouken in Mega Man X. That's bull. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, well go to this link and you'll see it for yourself.
Right. Now you have that evidence now, yeah.
Dude.
Scotty, hey John, what's up, man? Always good having you on, bro.
It is
sweet. Seeing Scotty teach Fox English is so funny, mate. The time you make him talk broken English is going to be fun. Like we talked, I sent you a message because I heard it on a movie. Yeah. What did he say? What did I say? It was pizzas are called something fannies, right?
Yeah,
What's
I mean,
fannies?
I've not heard of that term. What was it? Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
It was so hilarious. He was like, no.
I was bursting out laughing when I read that.
Oh gosh.
It's pretty great.
Where is it? Fox.
I
Oh, yeah, you're watching Community.
Yes, yeah.
And they called it pizza an Italian fanny.
Oh, that's John Oliver's character in that show. Yeah, because he's.
I've never heard of that.
No, I don't think it's meant to be serious. It's just his character is just
fanny.
over the top.
Oh my gosh, it was freaking great. Well, John, I know Scotty hasn't heard of it, but have you heard an Italian fanny referred to as pizza, or pizza referred to as an Italian fanny? Let us know. I'm expecting an answer for that one. You should watch football together. I bet Fox would love that. Yeah, I mean, dude, especially when I was in the Marine Corps, we'd show up, we played FIFA all the time, and whenever the World Cup was going on, we all gather and watch it.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
because
fun times.
Football now, well, soccer, of course.
Yeah,
like it's grown so much because I remember growing up. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think our football was big as it was in the States. But now you've got players from Europe, from England. They're going over to the States playing football now in like the national leagues. It's just crazy how, like, the fact you're saying you play FIFA to me is quite surreal.
Really?
Because I'm like, wow. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
People.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, wow, FIFA's played in the States now. Like, that's crazy. I suppose it's like me saying that we play NBA over here, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you play NHL or something like that. Yeah.
NFL, yeah.
I do like ice hockey. I must admit, I don't know the teams or the players, but that looks fun as hell. Like, do they really fight? Do they really fight in us?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
In
dude.
hockey?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
show
yeah.
the ice.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
one of the things that
Yeah.
I mean, NHL hockey's known for, but in certain leagues, like internationally, you fight, you're out of the game. Certain leagues, I think OHL or like the junior leagues, you fighting is not allowed. If you fight, you're out of the game. But in NHL, it's used as a tool.
Yes.
It's used no, seriously, it's used as a tool by coaches to just bring life back into their team, right? If coach is looking at his bench and he sees these guys are all hunched over and stuff like that, he'll tap one guy on the shoulder and be like, "Hey,
The goon.
go take care of their guy or whatever."
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the only reason
really-
it happens, and a lot of coaches will never admit that they do that, but
Yeah.
it happens, right? Like there's a certain point in the game where a fight is going to happen. Like if your star player gets hit dirty, you know there's a fight coming soon.
Yeah.
Right? And you'll see it before the puck even gets dropped. Two guys will just start looking at each other and they'll just start chatting and be like, "Hey, you want to fight?" And as soon as that puck's dropped, their gloves are dropped and they're just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch this. Yeah, man, I need to watch this.
And sometimes
I need to watch this.
the best thing, and it's so rare in NHL hockey, and I haven't watched hockey for a while, but I know it's rare,
Yeah.
is when goalies fight. goalies who are at the opposite
Rare.
ends of the arena, and they skate towards each other. And oh man, there's some really good goalie fights. I remember there's one with I think was it Ryan Miller, and he was whatever. You can go and you can look it up.
You do know I'm going to YouTube this now, because I always thought it was just an in-game thing.
No,
I was I always wondered if he did it, because I've seen ice hockey like just on TV here and there, but I've never seen the fight, and I thought maybe it's just in the game. But
nice.
Maybe they just didn't fight in the games I watched.
Yeah.
It's been a factor for as long as I've watched hockey and before. And you had guys on your team that was their purpose.
Yeah.
Like your Chris Prongers, your Bob Proberts, those guys would go to fight and bruise the other team. They would deliver these big hits, and they would take out the other guys' enforcers. It was it was basically one specific tool. I hate to reduce a human being to that, but that's how coaches would use these guys. Is like, this is a tool that I use for specific applications. Sometimes just to intimidate other players, or just to be on top of their star player so that he couldn't function. He couldn't really focus, because he was always worried that if he wasn't paying attention, he was going to get creamed by some guy who was like a foot taller than him.
Yeah. And those are big guys. They don't look it, but they're huge.
And they're on skates. They're fast too. Yeah. And all those pads.
Crazy.
If you can put all of that energy into another person's body through your shoulder, and that padding insulates that, so you can deliver that even faster. It's like punching somebody with a bare fist versus punching somebody with a boxing glove on. You can throw your fist harder with a glove on, because the glove insulates you and it absorbs some of that impact. But if you're doing it with a bare fist, you feel every single little bit of it. Right.
Yeah.
So it's
do you follow anyone in particular, like a team? Or
I've never. So I've been out of sports, like watching sports for a while, and even when I'm like, I don't cheer for any teams. I don't. This is weird. Another weird thing with me is I don't get invested in a specific team, just because I enjoy the sport. I enjoy watching certain players, but a team changes. Yeah, it's actually like a game.
Players transfer and stuff.
With gaming as well, it kind of happens where I don't follow a particular studio, because sometimes those people leave. The studio name is the same, but all of the people that made it great are gone. And I believe the same thing with sports teams as well. You can cheer for like the Edmonton Oilers, but in 2 years that team composition may be completely different.
Right on. Okay.
Sorry, that was another weird tangent.
Ice hockey.
No.
It's good.
Go for it.
Definitely gonna start watching it. What's this? Oh, that was a reply to
John DBZ. Haha, jokes, John DBZ, isn't it? Yeah, he may like the whole football vibe. Sorry,
we'll watch football one day, Fox.
Right? Yeah, no,
like live stream or something. That'll be jokes.
Right on.
Need to teach you the offside rule, guys. The offside rule.
That one is a weird one for me, because whenever we play FIFA, it's like, why are you stopping the game? And he was like, offsides. And I'm like, what is that even?
Offsides means something different for 3 different sports. For soccer, it means something different. Hockey, it means something different. Even like NFL, like American football, offsides means something different too. All have the same name, but for different penalties.
John DBZ, when you was talking about the prices going up with as UK as Scotty can try to explain game shops, here you have the second-hand shops still do a lot of stuff. Right on.
I think you guys have that. You've got is it GameStop, I think? So we've got game. So they sell like second-hand games, so trading games and stuff, and then you buy it for cheaper prices. I buy games there sometimes, purely because I'm not got the money to buy like a 50 pound game. So 100%. Go to like CEX or something. So like, and they sell consoles and mobiles and everything in those shops. I imagine you have the same way as well.
Right on.
Yeah, I think they have to, just because the amount of physical discs being made has obviously gone down. So
John DBZ, Res Evil could make so many games and movies and still be good. Dude, the Resident Evil with what's her name? Mila Jovovich. Those were absolutely, I think the first one for me was probably the best one, and even that one wasn't like great. the rest of them were just, it's like they could have not made them, and the world would have just kept spinning. But I do like
a place for those kinds of movies, though. Popcorn flicks.
I mean,
like Fast and Furious. It's not high cinema, but
good B movie.
Like yes, they are like that. Yeah. But there are guilty pleasures that I know that like not a lot of people will watch, but I'll buy. Like what's God, I can't think of one right off the top of my head. Well, Fifth Element comes to mind. I know I'm not gonna like
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
What? As in you just eat popcorn and think, oh, it's in the background type of thing?
No. I
okay.
sit down.
Sorry. I love Fifth Element. Say, man, yeah, because that's a great movie.
But what I mean is like like a Resident Evil 2 with the know Mila Jovovich. Like not a lot of people was like, I'm not really feeling that, but I'll watch that all day. God bless anyone out there who's watching all of those Resident Evil movies. Is like, I love this movie. But no, it's just not. It's not for me. But guilty pleasure, the Fifth Element, is one I can sit down, finish a whole big bowl of popcorn to, and be like, that was a good day.
Solid.
Yeah, it was solid. But no, I mean, what do you guys feel about the Resident Evil movies? The games are dope. The movies.
I haven't seen them.
I've not seen any. I haven't seen any.
I don't think about them. I think I watched the first one, sort of. I think I was half paying attention to it, and I thought, oh, this is not for me.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
I think I went as far as to the second one, but she started getting clones of herself, and she's had powers. She's telekinetic. And I was like, man, you know what? I think I'm done with this one. I think I'm done with Resident Evil now. It was like, to be honest with you, the only reason I was watching is because Mila Jovovich was in The Fifth Element. I was like, like to see her get shine, but man, horrible movie to do it with, in my opinion. John DBZ, from playing Dante's Inferno and Hades, okay, in God of War, I know what you mean by not having a big, strong Odin. Like even Kenshin can say from Final Fantasy, he is cool.
I just walked into Odin in my Final Fantasy IV playthrough. I'm like grinding off stream. Absolutely annihilated every time. I had to leave. I'm gonna come back later. Oh yeah, Odin is a classic summon in the Final Fantasy series. So Odin's in most of the games.
Very cool.
And in this game, you have to beat him to get him, and I have not gotten him yet because he is just one-shotting the hell out of me. Just goodbye, annihilation. But yeah.
That sounds like the Odin God of War needed.
Yeah, he's a hidden boss too. I had to go like under a castle to a tomb of an old king, and Odin was like, "Sup." I was like, "Oh God, this is a mistake."
Man, I remember the first time I was playing FF7, and I can't remember which one you find in the desert, but it was either ruby weapon or emerald weapon. And I thought, oh, okay, well, this is interesting. And I thought I was pretty high level. I got smoked. I got just hopelessly, ruthlessly slaughtered. And I thought, okay, I'm not ready for this. I'm going to leave and never come back.
Those bosses that you beat first try, after playing things like that, you're just like, I am the greatest of all time. Like,
and your hubris is showing, and then they just...
and they smack you back.
Oh, yeah.
Any Dante's Inferno fans? Anyone played Dante's Inferno?
Played any of those?
Oh, dude, Dante's Inferno is...
Like Devil May Cry?
Amazing. Or... It's kind of like, it's a hack and slash like God of War, but it's I can't remember his name, but he's going after Beatrice through the 7 rings of hell. Or what is it?
It's not the Dante from Devil May Cry.
No. It's referring to the book Dante's Inferno.
From the Divine Comedy. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But fantastic game. Absolutely amazing.
It was for PS3, Xbox 360, and PlayStation Portable.
Mm-hmm. It's really, really good. So good. Never mind. I won't go.
Growing and growing and growing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize the voice actor. The voice actor for Dante is Graham McTavish, who's fairly well known. Huh. I didn't realize it.
I tell you what, I didn't know.
I have to look into this more.
It's really good. Play it if you get a chance. John DBZ, One Piece and Dragon Ball are both still going strong.
Yep.
One Piece
Dragon
for
Ball.
sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Because Super
We
is
know
a
what he
pale
we know what he
comparison
means.
of what it
we know
Yeah.
of what Dragon Ball Z was. It's
Well, are they going to release the new Dragon Ball Z that's in
Dragon Ball
been
Daima.
in manga?
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna let it go forever until we'll die before Dragon Ball dies.
Yeah, there's you can't recapture what Dragon Ball or in Dragon Ball Z were. You can't do it just because the power leveling, and the transformations.
Now,
you can't.
Yeah, it's
you
just
keep doing
like,
that. It's just stale. It's like you got
it's a
Ultra
Super
Ego
Saiyan
now,
thing.
and
Yeah, Ultra Ego. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Vegeta guy, so I'm happy he's getting his moment.
me too.
But he should have got his moment a long time ago.
He
beat Cell, god damn it! It wasn't Gohan.
I don't know about that.
Well, it was, but it was, but he made it possible. Damn it!
He did. It was at a vital moment. He definitely backed Gohan up pretty well. He was the only one that could.
I'm glad Piccolo clocks it and acknowledged it. I was like, thank you. At least someone.
Oh yeah.
What do you do though? What do you do when that happens? You mentioned that the power levels keep going up and up and up, and it made me think of what we were talking about earlier with Resident Evil and how the stakes keep increasing and increasing and increasing. And then you had Resident Evil 7, which was in a house. They went from,
that's hilarious.
Everything is at stake everywhere to just a small sort of contained story.
Yeah.
Can you do that with Dragon Ball? I don't know.
No. Nope.
Can you do that with Marvel at the current state? Like the
you
MCU?
can. I mean, at this point, no, but they do have those street level heroes. Like when they had Jessica Jones and I can't remember the other
Netflix
guy's name.
series.
Yes, when you had those guys, it was so good.
Daredevil. Who was the other guy?
Iron
Moonlight?
Fist.
Cage something.
Luke Cage. Yes.
Luke Cage. Yeah, Luke Cage. Yeah.
Those were fantastic. But as far as the movies, they for some reason.
I mean, even Spider-Man's a street level superhero.
Yeah, he is actually.
Yeah.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, man.
That's true. What do you do in that scenario? Because like with Marvel, who's the strongest now? I mean, it was meant to be Kang the Conqueror, right? I think that's the direction they're going down.
He's gone.
Yeah, I think he's out of here. Well, but like, so now it's a bit like, who would be the only person I can think of, or people, is probably Doctor Doom or Galactus.
That's mine. My thinking too.
Yeah,
the planet eating freaking villain. That's the only other way you can go. It's like, because
it's funny though. It's kind of funny. Even though Galactus eats planets, that's still a step down in stakes. You think about it, right? Thanos snaps his fingers, 50% of the population everywhere is gone. Yeah. Oh, this guy eats planets. Oh, that's not a big deal.
Thanos was probably they put all their chips on Thanos and
oh man, Infinity War should have been the ending. I was happy with that. I left watching that movie satisfied. I was like,
oh shit, half of the universe gone.
Yeah, we don't need another movie. I was like, this is it. He does throw up the six there. And I was like,
and that's
yes.
You would have been fine with that if that was it. If he just like, you know what, I did what I wanted to do. I'm just going to sit here and die.
No, it is,
and there was no end game.
The thing is, I've long waited for a TV show to have the villain just go in and kick ass. He did it when he threw Hulk off the plane at the start, and he ended it when Thor was going to take his head off, and he was like, "Should have gone for the neck." That, and then he just sat down, and he was like, "My job's done," and I was like, "Nah, we don't need any more. We don't need any more. We don't need any more."
Because to make it work for the last game, you have to, or last movie, you have to do shenanigans. The time travel stuff.
I wasn't happy with that.
I get where you're going.
That's cheating. I get that. You can't do that.
It's too easy. It's like, just go back in time.
It was a sick battle. It was a sick battle.
It was good.
I mean, Tony Stark, man, that hit different. I can't lie. That hit different.
Oh yeah. Johnny BZ, love the way everyone talks about anime, and Nas is like Sailor Moon who? LOL. Yeah. It's okay, buddy. 40 years of shows must be one you can find. That's cool.
Okay, I know who Sailor Moon is. I know there's a whole bunch of them. They all look the same, but not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. That's the one thing I can offer you is a complete outsider's perspective on all of this stuff.
That's awesome. But you have seen one of the best anime ever made, which Cowboy
I
Bebop.
think
So
a friend of mine said, because he was the one that made me watch it, and I was so grateful that he did. And I'm like, okay, well, what's next? He's like, well, you kind of watched the best thing. Everything else is kind of downhill from here. And I was like, why'd you do that to me, man? Why did you make me start off with the best one where everything else is going to be relatively like not as good? And I mean, this was 20-ish years ago.
Yeah. Whoa.
So I don't know how much has happened since then.
A lot.
I was just like, oh, well, yeah, I imagine, right? But I was just like, oh, okay, I guess that's it for me. I'll just listen to the soundtrack every once in a while and
which is
watch
so
every
good.
episode except for the last 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm good. Then the movie came out and I was like happy for a little while.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my old friends.
Was it knocking? Was it? What's this?
Knocking on Heaven's Door?
Yes.
Door.
Yeah.
And then that one is the breaking down the door by the seatbelts. At the end of
Is at the end of the movie?
Cowboy Bebop movie. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is so good.
The whole soundtrack is amazing.
It is. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
John DBZ, when you have VHS tapes of the anime and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, it's fun to hear Kenshin talk about things like JoJo and other things.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait,
All
there's a
very
Street Fighter
similar.
anime?
Yeah. JoJo's
Yeah.
Bizarre Adventure. I got
Yeah.
into like the first few seasons, and then I was like, I'm good, I think.
Yeah, I'm reading it. I'm on part 3,
Mhm.
and I'm like, it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's
I don't
cool,
know.
but I mean,
It's cool, but yeah.
John DBZ, I'm glad you like my game, buddy. The fun part was you talking about the music and how the game never holds your hand. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
hell no. Oh, man. That game just like opens a door for you to an unlit room, shoves you inside, and says, you
Have
figure
fun.
it out. But here's some
That's
great
great.
music while you're doing it. So
That's so
it's
good.
all right. I still have like the very first stage. I can't remember what it's called, but the very first stage of the game, I still have that song in my head because it's the stage I played the most.
Yeah.
Because I cried so much in that game.
Oh, John DBZ, when I was doing Revita, it's the secret stuff that I like the most. Games that are hard but fun secret things are great to find.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh,
Always.
John DBZ, for pizza, no mate, but a fanny means 2 different types of things here, and I'm sure Scotty will laugh at that.
Yeah.
I know, but the rear
Really?
end is one, but
The-
what's the other
rear
one?
end and undercarriage.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Oh, you genuinely didn't know what it meant.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. It's
Well,
we'll talk offline, man. We'll talk
Alright,
offline.
yeah.
R.I.P.
We'll talk offline,
You
man.
know, my Google search history.
although
I
you're
guess.
probably starting to
Yeah,
get
no,
what it already means.
don't Google search that.
That's an incognito kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Private browsing. Yeah. I think he's got an idea of what it means now.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no Google
Let's put it this way:
required.
private browsing, the clues in the word
Okay.
Yeah.
or in the term. Yeah.
Right on. Good lord. John DBZ, and this is the last one. We have a lot of slang mix up broken English, but not that much for food. Oh, okay. Right on. I know fish and chips. That's about it.
Beans
I
on
think.
toast.
Bangers and mash.
Beans on
Yeah,
toast.
bangers and mash. Well done, Nos. Bangers and mash. Yes.
That's mashed potatoes and sausages, right? I think.
Yes, correct.
That actually sounds
correct.
so
I
good.
watch a little bit of Great British Bake Off. I love that show.
I
Fresh
do
pick
too.
off.
It's so
Yeah.
great.
I don't even watch it.
So
Oh.
good.
I know of it.
It was better
But
with
if
Mary
you want-
Berry. And
That's hilarious.
Any food stuff, Gordon Ramsay, watch that guy. The greatest of all time.
Right
Greatest
on,
of
right
all
on.
time.
All right. I guess let's get into the final thoughts portion. I'm gonna do some stuff over here real quick. Get your guys' information dialed in. So, final thoughts. Nas, you take it away, sir.
oh man, I have a lot of catching up to do as far as anime goes, but I've got some Samurai Champloo. At least I think I'm going to start with. So that gives
It's
me
also on Hulu. I
Mhm.
just looked it up.
Very cool.
Thank you. That doesn't help, but thank you.
Damn.
Like I said, that's my problem, not yours.
Mm.
But final
Love it.
just in general, final thoughts.
Yeah,
Um,
about what we talked about today.
Oh, it's okay, because I was going to say I need more coffee. That's one of my thoughts. But
Oh my God.
I don't really have many. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts, unfortunately. I can talk about like some of the games that I played this week and what I would recommend. Linkido.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll let you go. Sorry.
Yeah. Check it out. Great puzzle game. If you played Contraption Maker or The Incredible Machine, it's up your alley. And that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else. I wasn't prepared.
Cool.
Sorry.
Sad.
That gumshoe, that PI. I love when you go there. I just think I love it because you do it so well.
Which one is this?
Whenever you do the voice for the grizzled private investigator, with the trench coat and the hat,
I did that all through Linkido. There was some characters. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do some kind of a mid-Atlantic voice for this guy, because it's fun for me and it's good practice.
Done and done. Because I missed that. Now I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna let the kids get a load of it too. It's like, oh gosh, the voice. It's like, yeah, it's great. I know.
Well, thank you.
Oh heck yeah, no, I'm gonna mention it every time because I love it so much. All right, Ken, final thought.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of game trailers, so I love watching trailers, and that was really cool.
Right on.
I'm very much in my bubble of video gaming, that seeing stuff that I wouldn't usually buy or be interested in, just being exposed to it is cool.
Right on.
So that was my favorite segment.
Oh.
It's interesting to see what else is out there, and again, being excited for the other people on the internet who aren't necessarily me.
Yeah. Right on. It's like for at least one of them, The Quiet Place, I'll definitely backseat game that. That one looks like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. But one other thing I wanted to add, I wouldn't mind if we did that more. Like I love watching trailers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right on. Heck yeah, well, it's easy, simple. We can just put it in rotation. We'll do that. Oh my gosh, my computer's
Scotty.
Yo. Yeah, final thoughts. I'm intrigued to see, because Fox mentioned it in one of the articles, the future of consoles. I'm intrigued to see where that goes and if that gains traction. I'll be looking more into ice hockey as well.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I always learn a lot on this. It's not a podcast, is it? It's on this stream, on this gaming channel, community, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no.
And
so
I'm gonna look at Nintendo Switch 2. I've not looked too much into it, but I look into that. But I'm also gonna look into a Stream Deck. Not gonna say I'm gonna buy one, but I just want to see how it works and everything, how it ties things together.
Yeah.
And that might even have a knock-on effect to me playing that game we saw on stream. Can't remember the name of it. Because it's only on stream. Is it
Alcahest?
Oh yeah.
I'll look into that. If I don't invest in it, I'm sure Nars will stream it, and I'll be catching it on Nars' stream.
Right on.
I have to get my computer built.
Yeah, right.
I'm most of the way there. I just need a case, some RAM, and a power supply.
Right on.
Oh, easy. You got it.
What are the numbers on those looking like nowadays?
Depends. I mean, there's the upper limits for them are really high. I mean, you can buy a graphics card that's probably a few mortgage payments, or you can get one that's maybe half a mortgage payment. It depends on how future-proof you want to go. If you want to get like a 7900 XDX, it's probably going to cost you $1,500 at least. At least.
Right on. All right. Well, there's that, I guess. Right on. Well, I mean, thank you guys for dropping by. Really appreciate it. It's been a hoot. It's been awesome. I love having you guys. Missed out on GG. We missed you, girl. Come on back whenever you're ready. And thoughts and prayers. And then for everyone listening, definitely go see Knossig Indie Boss. Kenshinsgirl. She's what was yours? It was Ken, the Roroni homie. And then,
gosh.
And then Scotty, the SB from GB. Go check them out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
SB is in Soul Brother?
Ooh, see this guy. This
It is
Is that what that
now.
means?
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought that's what
it is
that-
now.
Oh, never mind.
It is now.
so bad. Golly.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, on.
I'm like, what the heck does SB mean? I forgot it's your
It's
initials.
just Scotty busy.
Sure.
All right.
I overthink. Yeah.
I'll see you guys on the other side of this. I'll go ahead and close out. Thank you guys again. As always.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
So long.
Right on. Again, thank you to the panel that we had today. Amazing conversations that deviated to the best places. It was awesome. So much fun. And their how to get in contact with them will be in the description. All of their link trees and all that good stuff is all down there. And while you're down there looking at that, we're also down there. Take a look at what we have to offer. Also, for anyone watching, thank you so much. You're the reason for the season. Without you guys showing up, there would be no reason to do this. So we thank you. John DBZ, Beerus, especially. Thank you guys. You guys always show up. And then anyone else, thank you also. But that's all we got. Same time next week, hopefully. Because me waking up on time is trash. But same time next week. And until then, keep it casual. Peace.